The West Asia crisis, it seems, is having a tangible impact on India's aviation sector, as we're given to understand that Air India has announced a scaling down of some of its operations on select routes. In fact, the frequency on those routes is also going to be reduced, and that's essentially what Air India has stated in a statement, in a company statement, where it mentions that this sort of rationalization is going to kick in from June till August this year. Now, it's important to understand that this scaling down of operations is, on domestic routes is coming in after the company announced scaling down of operations on international routes. In fact, if we talk about the international routes, it did cut down operations across North America, Europe, as those are routes that take longer time to reach, and of course costs could be trimmed by way of that as well. In the statement, Air India also suggests that it is going to keep a very close watch on the developments in West Asia, and of course it's going to restore the frequency in some routes as and when the situation becomes slightly normal. Now, what's important to also understand is that the West Asia crisis has had no resolution. Basically, the United States and Iran have been trying to reach a deal, but to no end. There has not been any conclusion as far as talks are concerned. And of course, on the back of that, we've seen the Brent crude rates go as much as $100 per barrel. In fact, on some occasions, they have even crossed the $110 per barrel mark. So that's important to note, because it is having an impact on fuel price, on fuel availability, on ATF prices as well, and of course the overall burden that aviation sector is facing. Now, it's important to understand that in the month of April, the Indian government stated that they are capping ATF to 25%. There was also a move to cut parking charges as well for airlines to sort of give some relief in the midst of this crisis. In the statement, Air India also suggests that passengers will be assisted with reaccommodation on alternative flights, complimentary date changes and full refunds. But it's not just Air India. We're given to understand that Indigo is also planning similar measures, and those measures could be announced soon. This could happen on account of not just the West Asia war, but this quarter being a lackluster quarter with tepid demand, and of course this cut could be in a single digit rate, is what we're given to understand from sources.